Hello, floss tubers, YouTubers, crafters, stitchers, anybody looking at my video. My name is Deborah. This is Thursday, February 3rd, and I wanted to show you what I'm currently working on. This is my WIP of the day by Scarlet House. It's called Floral Motif Sampler, and I'm excited to be working on this one. I, have switched up from the last chart that I was doing because certain things call to me, and we take our needles out and stitch what we want to stitch. So this floral sampler, I've been kind of anxious to keep going on it because I see other people on Instagram and social media posting their updates, and I really like their work on it, and so I wanted to start it too. It is done on 40 count fabric, a linen. And I apologize, I don't have the name for it right now close at hand, or else, oh, yes, I do, okay. The linen that I'm using is by Picture This Plus, and it's 40 count pewter. So the color is light blue pewter. I'm using the called for threads for this sampler, so I'll go through that and show you what some of those are. Okay. One of the colors they wanted to be a Gentle Arts. I did not have it, so I chose this week's Dye Works Cattail for one of the lighter colors in there. It was more like a white that was used in the chart, but I figured since I'm using such a light blue fabric that, some of the white probably won't show up in places like here, like there's some white right there and some other sections where there's white. So I wanted to use Cattail because it's got variegation and it's not a solid white thread, but it is, a light color. So I got that. I've got these other Raspberry Frost, Apple Cider's a good one, Ginger Snap, that's really pretty. These colors are really great. I think they're showing up pretty good. It's a really cloudy day, so I tried to put some lighting on behind myself so that these colors would show up really nicely. We've got Black Licorice in there. We've got Soot. Soot is a popular one that I've used on a couple of the flowers already. And I did substitute a silk. That was one of the things that I wanted to do this year a little bit more often, is use some silks that I've tried to sign up for in different subscriptions. So Silks for You has this awesome pretty green, just number 05. It doesn't really have a color name. And this has been really pretty. So I had to substitute, I think it was Forest Glade for my one of my threads. So I'm using that. Looks really, really nice. I just love these colors. I could stare at thread colors all day long. They're so pretty. I feel like an artist when I cross stitch and use threads like this. That's probably why I love it so much, because I can't draw. I can't do, certain coloring and stuff, but when I use threads like this that are so pretty, I just love how it looks. So since I'm on 40 count material, I'm actually using one strand of thread over 2 linen strands, and I'll show you my update. This is where I'm at on my chart. You might notice that this was the middle part of the chart, and so I did this motif and I worked down here, came across, I kind of jumped over a little bit, but I really wanted to start on the bottom right. And I was doing that because when I sew, I tend to cross stitch and do like the sewing method. So I'm bringing my thread in and out of the material in this direction. So I'm already working from right to left. And then when I start on the bottom of the chart, it's easier to kind of work your way up when you're sewing, going also, right to left. So that's why I chose this method to start with. So it is very pretty detail, but just, a few little motifs to kind of get me going. I'll see if I can get closer here without blocking my light to show you some zoom ins, since those are fun. The only thing is when I do this, the colors immediately darken on the fabric. So it's, I don't know, it just kind of, they don't look as colorful as they do in person when I zoom in, but at least you can see I am doing one thread of floss over 2 linen threads. The thing with a 40 count fabric for me is that it's a little bit hard to see I can stitch without any glasses on or without any magnification, but I do need to use this. I've got it really stretched out in a Q-snap right now, just so that I can pull the linen a little bit and open some of the holes a little bit so that I can sew a little bit better and faster without having to squint or, you know, get really, really close to my work just to see the holes of fabric. So this is a really big Q-snap. I have it in a much smaller one. The Q-snap goes probably a little bit, it's like an 8x8 area. But this helped stretch the fabric out so that you guys could see my update. So there we are. I will keep working on it, and I will follow up with you in a week or two and let you see my next WIP. Hope you're having fun doing your crafts, and if you are also working on the Motif sampler, let me know. I like to see your progress too. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.